You are born reaching for someone who isn't there yet. Eyes sealed, legs useless. The world is just warmth and smell, mother, siblings, and underneath all of it, something different. Something your body has already decided matters more than anything else in the room. She isn't even here. You haven't met her. You are 6 hours old and you are already trying to get to her. That feeling, that specific urgency, will be with you every single day of the 12 years you are alive. It will never once feel like enough. 6 weeks later, she is going to live to 80. You are going to live to 12. There will be a Tuesday morning when they carry you into a small, cold room, and she sits on the floor with you the moment you arrive, the way she always does, and you put your head on her. Leg one last time. Your tail will be going. It is always going. The first night alone is the worst night of your life and you don't survive it. Exactly, you just get to the other side of it. They put you in the kitchen with a gate across the door and a blanket that smells like the breeder's house, which doesn't smell like her, and then the lights go off and you are alone for the first time in your 8 weeks of existence. You cry, not performance. Your chest actually hurts. Your mother is gone. Your siblings are gone. Every smell that meant safety is gone. There is one smell left that means anything, and it is coming from above you, from behind the ceiling, and you cannot reach it. You cry until your throat gives out. You push your nose under the gate and press it to the gap at the floor and breathe her in from a distance, and that is the only thing that gets you to 4 in the morning. At 4, she comes downstairs. She was awake too. She sits on the kitchen floor in her pajamas and puts you in her lap, and you press your face into her chest and your whole body stops shaking. She is warm. She is here. Everything that was wrong is temporarily not wrong. This is the best thing you have ever felt. You will spend the rest of your life trying to get back to this exact feeling. You will get close, sometimes the park, the couch, her arms after a long day, but never quite this completely. Never again this fully. Because you will never again be small enough that she can hold all of you at once. 9 weeks later, she leaves for work and your body does something you have no language for. You hear the keys, you hear the bag, you know these sounds now. They are the sounds that come before the worst thing. The worst thing is the door. The door closing with her on the other side of it. She leaves, the door closes. You sit in front of it for 4 minutes and then your chest does the thing it did on the first night, the actual physical hurt. The same alarm, except this time she doesn't come back at 4 in the morning. This time, the door just stays closed. You howl. The neighbors hear it. You scratch at the door until your paws bleed. You eat the corner of the kitchen counter trying to find something to do with your mouth that isn't screaming. You knock over the bin and tear through it looking for anything that smells like her. A receipt, a hair tie, a wrapper from something she ate last week. You find a sock. You lie down with the sock. You lie there for 7 hours with the sock. When she gets home, the kitchen is destroyed, and you are so flooded with relief that you spin in circles for 30 seconds and then press your entire body, weight against her legs, and she sits on the floor with you and the wreckage all around her and says your name every day. You do this every day for 12 years, not because you choose to, because your body was built for a world where alone meant dead. It never learned the difference between gone for the day and gone forever. It never needed to, until now.
Few years passed.
Sunday. The lead comes off and for a while, nothing is wrong. The ball leaves her hand and you go full speed. All 4 paws off the ground at the same time. Ears back, completely gone. You don't decide to run. Your body is already running. This is the one moment where the design and the life it was designed for are perfectly matched. Nothing is missing. Nothing is misaligned. You bring it back. She throws it again. You go again. 14 times. 14 times her arm goes back, and 14 times you go completely, without reservation, everything you have. No hesitation at the edge. She sits in the grass and you put the ball in her lap and she wraps both arms around you and neither of you moves for a while. The sun on your coat. Her smell all around you. The map, correct. This is it. If you could keep one day forever, it would be this one, this exact arrangement. Her arms and the grass and the ball and the knowledge that she is right here, you will have about 600 Sundays in your life. You don't know that yet. You are 2 years old. In every biological way that matters, you are 14. You age 7 years for every one of hers. While she turns 23, you hit 35. While she turns 26 and starts thinking seriously about her life, you are 49, your muzzle going gray at the edges, your hips starting to feel the cold mornings. She knows this. She knew it when she got you. She decided the years were worth it. You were not part of that conversation. You don't have years. You have today. Today she is here and the ball is somewhere under the couch and her smell is the first thing you read every time you walk into a room. Today is the whole thing. Today is always the whole thing. You have about 4,000 todays. You've used over 1,000 already. When you are 3, a man starts coming to the house. You read him completely the first time he comes. Shoes, hands, jacket, lining. 20 minutes of your nose working while he stands very still and lets you finish. He passes. You have a nose more accurate than any lie detector ever built, and he passes. One evening, she comes home and he is already there and she goes to him first. You are at the door. You are always at the door when the key turns. She comes in, drops her bag, and her eyes go to him before they find you. And she crosses the room to him before she reaches down for you. It takes 4 seconds. She doesn't notice. She reaches down for you after hand on your head. She says your name and your tail goes because your tail always goes when she says your name. But those 4 seconds are in your body now. You don't have language for them. You only have the feeling of the door open and her moving away from you, and the specific quality of waiting that you have been doing since you were 8 weeks old, but never quite like this. You bring him the ball, he throws it, you bring it back, you add him to the map, you add everyone. When you are 4, she goes away for 3 days, and something in your chest cracks open. He stays, he feeds you. He throws the ball once in the garden, and you bring it back and drop it at his feet, and then walk to the front door and sit down and don't move. He doesn't smell like her, the house doesn't smell right. Every time you pass the front door, you press your nose to the gap at the bottom and check, and she is not there and the map has a hole in it the size of everything. Day 2, you stop eating. Your stomach just closes. He puts the bowl down, you look at it, look at the door. She gets back on day 3, 9 o'clock at night. You hear her key from the top of the stairs and your legs go out from under you getting down them. You crash into her the moment the door opens. You cry the actual sound from the first night, the same one, and she drops everything and sits on the floor, and you climb into her lap and press your face into her neck and your whole body is shaking. She is laughing. She thinks it is sweet. She does not know that to you, this was 3 days of the world ending. She doesn't know because you cannot tell her. You cannot tell her anything. You only have this, the shaking, the face in her neck, the tail going even while the rest of you is coming apart. There are good years. Genuinely, uncomplicatedly good years. They move somewhere with a garden. You learn every inch of it in an afternoon. The fence line, the corner where the fox comes, the patch under the hydrangea that smells different from the rest. You add all of it. The rhythm locks in. Her alarm at 7. The kettle, the lead at 8. Her car at 6 in the evening, which you hear from inside the house 2 minutes before she turns into the street, and you are already at the door before her key reaches the lock. You are 6. In dog years, 42. The gray is at your muzzle now. Your hips give you trouble on cold mornings. But the lead goes on at 8 and the car comes at 6, and on Sundays the ball leaves her hand and you still go less far than before, slower coming back, but completely every time. She still has both arms for you when you bring it back. These are the good years. You don't know they are the good years. You think this is just what everything is. She takes you to the park on a Sunday in October. The air is cold, leaves coming down. She throws the ball and you go still. At 8 years old, completely. Your legs are slower than they were at 2. Your hips tighten in the cold and you feel the getting back more than the going out. None of that stops you. The ball is in the air and your body knows where it's going, and nothing about that has changed. 9 times. 9 times her arm goes back and 9 times you go completely. Everything you have. No reservation, no hesitation at the edge. On the 9th, you're slower and she walks out to meet you halfway across the park. She sits in the grass and you put your head in her lap and she wraps both arms around you properly. Both arms, her face in your neck, the way she did on the first night before things got complicated, and neither of you moves. The leaves come down on both of you. The man is close by, his shoulder against hers. You can hear another dog somewhere in the trees. The cold is deep in your coat now. Her arms are the specific weight of her arms. You are 8 years old. Biologically, 56. In the park, in this light, with both her arms around you, none of that is true. You don't know you are saying goodbye to the park. She doesn't know it either. That is the one mercy in any of this. Her eyes are closed, your tail is going. The last morning is a Tuesday in January. Your back legs stopped being reliable 2 weeks ago. She carries you to the car. You know these arms, the specific grip, the warmth through her coat. She has carried you before, when you were small, when you got hurt that summer. You know them. The vet's room smells the same as it always has. She sits on the floor before they have finished checking you in. She has done this since your first appointment, when you were 12 weeks old and the table was cold and too high. She sat on the floor then, and you climbed into her lap, and she has sat on the floor at every single appointment since. Her hand is on your ear before you have finished settling. You put your head on her leg 10,000 times. In the kitchen after a long day. On the couch, she told you twice you weren't allowed on. In the park, with the leaves coming down and both her arms around you. Every time you needed to say the only thing you have ever known how to say, I'm here, I'm staying, this is where I am, you put it there one more time. You don't know this is the last time. The design doesn't include last times. You only know the leg is there and the hand is on your ear, and both of those things are correct, and so everything is correct. Your tail is going. It is always going. There are 470 million pet dogs on Earth. Right now, somewhere, a dog is lying in front of a door that just closed, with a sock. Somewhere, a dog is pressing its nose to a gate at 4 in the morning. Somewhere, a dog is on a park lawn in October with both arms around it, tail going, not knowing. None of them know. That might be the only thing in this that doesn't completely suck. Life as a dog is rough, but there's another animal out there that has it way worse. Trust me, it's wild. Check out the video and see for yourself.